Hey everybody, Animon Clendor here, continuing my chapter reviews on Bleach. And this time we have chapter 584, and this is the one that came out just yesterday. And things are finally starting to pick up. Things are finally getting very interesting again. The last few chapters were kind of boring, not a lot happened, but it's finally starting to get interesting again. And, yeah, so it picks up again right where it left off, and with Ichigo's new attack, and Candace doesn't attempt to dodge it, and Ichigo's like, what are you doing? Why won't you dodge it? The way he says it, though, it seems like he's going easy on them. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who thinks that, but it just seems kind of like he's going easy on them, like he's not giving it his all. I mean, why would he? Why would he give it his all? I mean, he's got all this tremendous power, and he knows that none of these girls are going to be able to stand up to him, even if he's holding back. But, yeah, so as the fight continues, then all of a sudden, Basby shows up, and I only remember his name because they say it like 10 times in the chapter. Yeah, he shows up and ends up stabbing all four of the girls, and yeah, him and three more Stern Ritters show up, and it looks like Ichigo's gonna have to go up against those four now, and then the four girls get back up, and they're like, no way, this is gonna be 8 versus 1. So yeah, Ichigo's gonna have to fight off against 8 Stern Ritters. That is awesome. He will not be able to hold back against 8 of them. He's gonna have to go full force against them. And I can't wait for that. That is gonna be awesome. And then the last couple pages. What is Juhabak's ultimate plan? What is his goal? What is he trying to do? I have a theory. That key that he had, what's his face that I can't remember because I don't really care. I had a theory that key is actually a key to get into the Soul Palace. To get to the Soul Palace. And that excuse me. And that Juhabak's plan is actually to become one with the Soul King, because he said, it's time to become one with me. And since Ichigo is about to go up against 8 Stern Ritters, I doubt Juhabak would try to absorb them again, because then that would progress the story all the way to the climax. So Bleach would end up ending this year if that happened. It would be over by the end of this year if that happened. So I really believe that he is heading to the Soul Palace in order to become one with the Soul King. Become one with God. Yes, they are pulling a Fullmetal Alchemist on us. That's what I believe. I really believe that that's what he's planning. That's my theory. That's what I believe. That's what I'm sticking with. And I'm still kind of confused. what is Uryu really trying to do? I thought at first he wanted revenge on Juhabak. But if he wanted revenge on Juhabak, he would have tried to do so before now. So what is he really after? What is Uryu trying to do? If he wants revenge on Juhabak, why hasn't he tried to take it already? So yeah, so I'm just a little confused as to Uryu's motives and how exactly he plans, when and how he plans to turn against Juha. Because we all know that that's going to happen. He is going to turn against him. But yeah, so pretty good chapter. I actually liked this one. Not a terrific chapter, but a better chapter than the 4 we've gotten so far. Than the last 4 chapters we've gotten. So, I don't want to say it's a great chapter. Not worthy of an 8 out of 10, but I'd say 7.5 out of 10 is pretty good. 7.5 out of 10, I'm going to give it. Again, it's a pretty good chapter. I liked it. And I'm just curious what's going to happen in the next couple chapters, because we're going to end up learning Juhabak's true goal in the next couple chapters, as well as finding out if Ichigo really is going to go up against those 8 Sternritters. And yeah, so I really believe that he's just trying to absorb or become one with the Soul King. That's what I'm thinking. And if that ends up being the case, then it'll again fall under the same freaking cliche that a lot of animes and mangas have been doing. That being God is the final boss. Yeah. I don't know how many people have noticed this, but a lot of animes and mangas have made God the final boss. The god of their world. For instance, Rosario Vampire. It was Alucard, also known as Dracula, who after all the monsters were exterminated years ago, him and Akasha ended up becoming the Adam and Eve of the monsters. They created all the monsters that exist in present day for Rosario Vampire. So he was built up as the strongest monster in existence, the one who created all of the monsters, their god. And Fullmetal Alchemist, the main character, the main villain, literally absorbs God and becomes God, and then gets beaten in a fist fight. I still think that's I still think that's hilariously awesome. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Even in Yu-Gi-Oh! They did it in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the original. Who was the final boss? The one who created darkness itself. The being that has existed since the beginning of time. Zork. The god of darkness. And darkness existed long before light, so that is God. He beat him. And Naruto, in Naruto, Kaguya, they're facing Kaguya, the god of their world. You see, it's becoming a cliche. God being a final boss is becoming a cliche that we can predict now. It can be predicted, and it usually ends up being the case nowadays. And I like it. I like that cliche, but at the same time, throw in a different twist. Throw in something else. to it. Do something new. I don't know what. Just do something different with it. So, like, maybe, like, like, when you absorb God, or like, when Juha Bach absorbs God or becomes part of God, like, maybe Juha Bach's, evilness, like, Juha Bach is destroyed, but his evil intent, his evil spirit, lives on inside God, and you find out that God was actually evil from the start. Or something like that. I don't know, just do something different. I'd like to see them do something different in Bleach, because we haven't really gotten much different when it comes to this cliche. We haven't gotten a whole lot of uniqueness with this. But yeah, that's a cliche that I've been noticing for a while now. If none of you have noticed, well, you do now. And yeah. So I liked this chapter, 7.5 out of 10. Look forward to the next couple chapters. Hopefully we'll get some really awesome chapters here soon. And yeah, I'm gonna go and start on my next manga review, which is gonna be for another manga. And I'm gonna be putting that up in a few minutes, so I will see you then. Take care.